In this tutorial, we're going to see how we can use the Explain Everything app as a graphic organizer or as a means to create graphic organizers. What you have on the screen right now is a version of the iPad with Explain Everything. And students can do a couple things. They can either create something completely new, or they can create something via an upload. So for example, if I wanted to create something new, I would go ahead and select a color template, and students could then go ahead and they could draw on this themselves if you wanted them to have a self-created graphic organizer. For example, I could maybe do a cluster chart, and then students could go ahead and they could type in whatever they needed to or what came off of the chart as they were working in class. The other option is, as you see at the bottom here, is the recording feature. And this allows students to actually create videos so they could explain their choices or their rationale behind the chart that they are creating. They can also add text, they can erase things, they can change images. There's a lot of options of things that they can do within their own charts. But if we wanted to, and we're going to say no to that, but if we wanted to upload our own graphic organizer for students, we could go to the plus sign and we could see that we have several options from where we wanted to upload something. And I'm going to take my Google Drive and I'm going to actually upload the Venn diagram. So I've uploaded the Venn diagram, and as you can see, it comes sideways. Students can go ahead, once we choose this, and it will load to our document, students will be able to then change the rotation of the image and lock it into place. So obviously I don't want it that way, so I just use two fingers. I rotate it and I fit it on the screen as I see fit, and then I can click on this little eye right here for image, and I can click on the image and I'm going to lock the rotation, which then gives me the ability to write and manipulate it without it moving around so much. So here I have a Venn diagram, and in this case I'm going to do some handwriting to start with. So I'm going to compare the 1920s to 2013, and my handwriting isn't the greatest. So say I did do the writing and instead wanted to then type. I click on the A, and I'm going to say that in 2013 there's a lot more technology. Okay, so I'd click on that, and I can then go ahead and manipulate this text to wherever I want it to go. So kids can really write wherever they want to. I'm going to add another text box, and I'm going to say, there were flappers in the 20s. Okay, leave that where I want it, drag it where I need it to go. Maybe I'm going to say that there was trouble in the economy in both the 1920s and the 1930s, at least the end of the 20s. I can go ahead and put that in the middle of my Venn diagram. Again, the nice thing about using this for a graphic organizer is really that Explain Everything feature, that ability that allows students to record. They can add images, they can add other things to their graphic organizer. But here you have a simple graphic organizer that can then be exported, and we'd put in a name. We're going to call this Venn. And we can export it to several locations, as you can see at the bottom here. If it is simply an image file, we can change that and just upload it as an image. We can upload it as a PDF, or if there was video involved, we could export it as a video. This is a very simple way to have students do some creating, whether you give them the graphic organizer ahead of time or whether they create their own. And this can all be done using the Explain Everything app.